What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I want to talk about Top Rank, their stable, rematches, Pacquiao, Marquez, Timothy Bradley, kind of all rolled up in one. We know Top Rank, at this point, in certain divisions, they're limited on their opponents, leaving Pacquiao, an elite fighter, who just won a strap from Timothy Bradley, the strap that he lost to Timothy Bradley, got it back, and it leaves him with very limited options. Now, Marquez has recently, post Pacquiao Bradley 2, stated that he has no interest in the fifth fight. The thing, and you can check my old videos, I've always gave Marquez props. You know what I mean? Juan Manuel Marquez is a hell of a fighter. He's been fighting since the early 90s, 92, 93-ish. And I like the way he fights. I like his heart. He has a chin. He has a good resume, etc. However, Marquez kind of throws me because leading up to the fight, Marquez was stating that he wants to be the first Mexican to win titles in 5 different divisions, and he wants to accomplish that feat before the end of his career. Now that Bradley lost to Pacquiao, Pacquiao has the strap back, and he owns the belt. You are saying you have no interest in the fifth fight with Pacquiao, and you don't want that rematch, and then you kind of deflect to Pacquiao needs to fight Mayweather. Now, don't get this twisted. I've always maintained I want to see Pacquiao and Mayweather fight, without a doubt. That's never changed. I've gotten to points where I got tired of talking and arguing about what if because it wasn't happening. But the fact of me wanting to see the fight never changes. It has never changed. However, Marquez is not a promoter. He was not involved in any of the negotiations early trying to make Pacquiao and Mayweather. So for him to kind of defer and try to deflect the attention from him fighting Pacquiao to Mayweather seems kind of weird, and that kind of throws me because leading up to the fight, he was saying he wants to be the first Mexican to win titles in 5 different divisions. Now all of a sudden, you're saying you have no interest in the winner who has the belt. It's like he was gunning and hoping that Timothy Bradley would win again, and he was going to give Bradley a rematch, but now he doesn't want to give Pacquiao a rematch. So I just find that kind of funny, and it's kind of weird that Marquez is choosing to flip-flop on that particular subject. And trust me, I'm not saying I'm an advocate for rematch on top of rematch on top of rematch, because I'm not. Personally, I would rather see Pacquiao fight some fresh faces, some young talent. But a lot of that young talent, Sean Porter, Keith Thurmans, guys like that, are on the other side of the pond with Golden Boy, as well as Mayweather. So as much as I want to see those fights, I don't know how realistic they are. Bob Arum is like 82 years old. I don't know if you guys have grandparents or if you dealt with like maybe an old customer. But a lot of times old people tend to be stubborn, dead set in their ways, very prideful. And like I've talked to people trying to explain technology to someone old, like explain to them what an Apple TV is or what a tablet is, and they don't even want to fucking learn because it's not part of their generation, and that's it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I can't do this. You know what I mean? They give up. So the reason I say that is to say this. Bob Arum is 82 years old, and the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight has gotten so out of control that I don't even think it can be blamed on one single person, to be honest. I think Team Mayweather, Mayweather's dad, I would say Roger Mayweather, Pacquiao, Freddie Roach, Bob Arum, Top Rank, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, HBO, Showtime. Everybody plays some level of a part. Now, you can trace it back to the origins, which was the drug testing, but beyond that point, different things happen, and I'm not going to get into it again, where who knows if the fucking fight will happen. And I don't think we're any steps closer to seeing it based on recent events. If you look at it, pre-Bradley Pacquiao 2, Bob Arum just had a bitch fit, and he was griping about MGM having Mayweather Maidana posters hanging up the week of his fight or leading up to his fight with Timothy Bradley and Pacquiao Part 2. And then after Pacquiao beat Bradley, Bob Arum was telling the public and press row and the media to boycott Mayweather Maidana. So with things like that looming in the background, I don't think we're any steps closer to seeing Pacquiao and Mayweather fight. And it's sad because this is a great fight. It's a fight we all want to see. And for those reasons, I feel it's kind of weird that Marquez is deflecting. And I understand in the 4th fight, he did what neither of them had done in 3 fights. He knocked Pacquiao smooth the fuck out. But just be consistent. What happened to you wanted the title in 5 different divisions? Now, while all of a sudden, the best money fight that you can make, you don't want to. because you're saying you don't want a rematch with Pacquiao. But guarantee if Bradley won, I guarantee you would take that rematch. So it's kind of suspect that he wants. Like, I honestly feel he would have taken a Bradley rematch had Bradley beat Pacquiao again. But since Pacquiao won, he doesn't want to give it up. So it just doesn't stay consistent with what he was saying initially. Now, had he not said that 5 title shit, then he's entitled to leave on a high note and leave that chapter alone like he said he wanted to do. But then he acted like he was going to entertain it. Now that Pacquiao won, you don't suddenly want to entertain it. Another thing, another strike against Marquez is the fact that Ruslan Provodnikov, a fighter who's on the same side as you, was calling you out. He said he wanted to fight. And instead of taking the Ruslan Provodnikov fight, you take a fight with Mike Alvarado, who got beat to a fucking pulp in the later rounds by Ruslan Provodnikov. So these are the things that's kind of throwing me from Marquez. And like I said, I'm a huge Marquez supporter, but I call it like I see it. A spade is a spade. These things don't remain consistent to me. Like, who do you want to fight? And then another thing, you throw a bonus round into this whole equation. Marquez has been on record saying he doesn't want to fight Mayweather again. So it's like, what the fuck? Who do you want to fight? You want to fight Bradley, a beltless Bradley who doesn't have the belt? You don't want to have a 5th fight with Pacquiao. You don't want to fight Mayweather. You made that clear. You and Nacho both made that clear that you don't want to fight Mayweather again. And it's the defense. Like, he was saying that Mayweather's superior defense and basically forfeiting and said he doesn't want that action no more. And you didn't want the Ruslan fight, so you just want to fight Alvarado and then call it quits. You want to fight Brandon Rios in the future. Your options are limited, and I just don't understand where Marquez's head is at. Like I said, truth be told, I would rather just say fuck all these rematches and then see some fresh matches, to be honest. But Brandon Rios coming off back-to-back losses, losses to Alvarado, losses to Pacquiao. A Pacquiao fight doesn't make sense. A Brandon Rios and Alvarado fight makes more sense than Marquez and Alvarado, in my opinion, because both fighters are coming off losses and they have history together in the ring. So I'm really thrown by Marquez. Like I said, I'm not rematch happy saying these rematches have to happen, but if you want to maintain a boxing career and you don't want to retire, who do you want to fight? Like I said, you said you didn't want to fight Mayweather. You didn't want to fight Ruslan Provodnikov. You have the Alvarado fight. That's one fight. And then are you going to retire? Because you say you don't want a Pacquiao rematch. And then if you fight Bradley, it'll be a redemption fight if you beat him, but Bradley no longer has a belt. So, again, I don't really understand Marquez's aim. And well, I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Is Marquez scared of Ruslan? Is he scared of Pacquiao? And I hate to say scared because scared is not a good word. I don't really consider most fighters scared. But is he just is he confident that he can beat Pacquiao again? Or does he think based on their grudge and how their last fight ended that Pacquiao will be too much for him? So just leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys want to see? Like I said, in a perfect world, I would rather see fresh faces and brand new matches. Like I said, Pacquiao with Thurman or somebody like that. Pacquiao with Floyd Mayweather is always a desirable fight. But I don't know how likely that it is. So it's weird that Marquez is kind of playing this matchmaker role, saying, oh, the people want Pacquiao with Mayweather. Like, you're not Bob Arum. You're not Top Rank. You're not Golden Boy. You can't make that happen. So not really understanding what his career path is like. Are you just trying to make some money without taking too many risks at this stage of your career? Do you just not feel confident that you'll beat Pacquiao again, so you just want to leave it at that, how the 4th fight ended? If Marquez does choose to really hold out and not make the 5th Pacquiao fight, it's going to be bad. It's going to be a bad look for Top Rank, because at that point, the only fight they really can make is Pacquiao Bradley 3, and we have yet to see how Pacquiao Bradley 2 did numbers-wise. So we don't know if it cracked 1 million or what the buys were like in that fight. Anything else is going to be probably atrocious, bringing Mikey Garcia up hella weight classes to fight Pacquiao. Or you could make Jesse Vargas, and that's a horrible fight. I don't think Jesse Vargas has been active enough or anywhere near ready for Pacquiao. Just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys want to see next from this triage, this triangle, I guess you could say, of people: Bradley, Marquez, Pacquiao. What do you guys want to see, and what's realistic to you? Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.